Kevin, I'm about to unleash the ultimate sword technique on you. I'm giving you one last chance to get down on your knees and admit defeat. Otherwise, I shall end your life right this instant," Sebastian shouted in a cold voice. Deep down, Sebastian wasn't sure whether this would work. After all, he had never mastered this technique either, so he was secretly hoping that Kevin would take the bait of his empty threat and give up. Otherwise, he was worried about drawing Wayne's ire if he failed to perform the ultimate sword technique correctly in front of the entire audience. Despite this, Sebastian had done enough to convince the crowd, including Kevin's few supporters.
"Kevin, admit defeat. Temporary shame is better than losing your life."
Dalton couldn't help but stand up and shout. "Kevin, stop fighting. Let's go home." Lily had tears all over her face. "Kevin, don't be stubborn. It's okay to give up." Phoebe also anxiously pleaded as she ignored the gazes of the surrounding people and stood up. However, Kevin's eyes became more and more determined to fight until the end. As he drew all of his inner strength, he could feel his body becoming stronger and stronger. Even the night dagger in his hands began to tremble violently as he was about to unleash the fiery dagger technique on Sebastian. All of a sudden, Kevin jumped up high into the air and leapt toward Sebastian with all of his strength. Many people who were watching the battle were filled with disgust, especially those who had a grudge against Kevin. "What the hell? Does this really want to die? He actually ignored Sebastian's threat?" Lionel was in disbelief.
"If Kevin dies, then everything will be settled. His death would rid the world of a great evil,"
Mike replied with a smug look on his face.
"All for the greater good,"
Luther agreed. "Kevin, just remember, you can't blame me for your death," Sebastian shouted as he jumped up to meet Kevin midair. When the two forces collided, there was a cloud of dust around the entire venue, making everyone unable to open their eyes. "No!" Lily and Phoebe let out anguished cries at the same time. It took a few minutes for everyone to recover their sight. When all the dust around them finally cleared up, they opened their eyes wide and were shocked to see Sebastian's pale face as he lay down at the center of the blue arena. He was practically naked, and only the key parts of his body were covered by torn cloth. The sword that he had been wielding had also been shattered into pieces and scattered on the ground. Meanwhile, Kevin was less than 10 yards away from him, panting heavily. While there was blood dripping from the corner of his mouth, he managed to stand tall. This scene left the crowd perplexed.
"Damn, who won? What just happened?"
one of the onlookers asked out loud.
"I think Kevin must have lost,"
one of Sebastian's fans insisted. Meanwhile, Wayne could be seen standing on the platform with his hands behind his back. The referee, who had been standing on the sidelines of the blue arena, was unsure what to do. Since the whole arena had been enveloped by a cloud of dust, he was forced to turn around and close his eyes the entire time, so he couldn't tell who had won either. When he caught Wayne's gaze, he simply shrugged at him.
"What kind of referee are you?"
The other organization's leaders hadn't seen Wayne this furious in many years. Nobody knew who had actually won the match.
"Sir,
The referee didn't know what else to say.
"You're fired. Don't show your face here ever again. Otherwise, you'll have to face my wrath."
Wayne's words were absolute. "Sir, please forgive me." The referee pleaded as he fell to his knees and begged for mercy. Throughout the battle, he did have the intention of favoring Sebastian over Kevin, knowing that he had been trained by Wayne. This was why he had hesitated to call a winner when he saw Sebastian lying naked on the ground after the dust had settled.
"Get him out of my sight."
Wayne waved his hand and said nothing else to him as a row of security personnel proceeded to escort the referee off of the Healing Arts School's property. In an instant, the entire crowd was so quiet that you could hear a pin drop. Suddenly, everyone feared the figure who was standing on the highest platform.
As both Dean of the Healing Arts School and Enforcer at the Southwest School of Healing, I must protect the lives of all the students and ensure that this competition is judged fairly in order to maintain our code of integrity," Wayne explained righteously and authoritatively. After that, Wayne quickly turned around and looked at Sebastian. "As your mentor, I feel conflicted. On the one hand, I admire your audacity, and I was impressed with how you successfully mastered the swift sword technique. At the same time, attempting a dangerous move that you were clearly still unprepared for was quite reckless. Luckily, you didn't have enough time to try the ultimate sword technique, but there would have been dire consequences had you failed to do it correctly. If you want to stray from the Southwest School of Healing's path, then you can find another school and mentor to train you." As soon as Wayne finished speaking, a few other members of the Southwest School of Healing helped Sebastian get up and escorted him to the Healing Arts School's clinic to get checked. Many of the leaders on the platform, especially Renee Silver and Paul Vaughn, had sour expressions on their faces. They knew why Wayne was suddenly so protective of Kevin, even at the expense of one of his own top students. While Sebastian was currently his best fighter, he was no match for the legendary potential that Kevin possessed. As his new favorite, if the other leaders wanted to harm Kevin, they would have to get past Wayne first. Renee wasn't pleased by this latest development. However, she didn't dare to disagree with Wayne, so she had to bite her tongue for the time being. "I now declare Kevin as the official winner of the battle," Wayne announced to everyone. Despite this decision, no one in the crowd was willing to give Kevin a round of applause. After all, nobody really knew what had happened during those few minutes when everything was clouded by dust. How had Sebastian lost so mysteriously? Moreover, those who had ridiculed Kevin earlier guaranteed to everyone that he would definitely lose. Now they only felt like fools knowing that they had been proven wrong yet again. "He really took in an amazing student," Harley Shepard exclaimed with extreme approval. "He really mastered the fiery dagger technique with little experience? Such a talent is definitely someone that the Herbalist Society must have." Nadia Alexander's words were exceptionally firm. But at the moment, Renee decided to speak again. "The final battle will be between the Union and Kevin. Kelly, you can swap with Luna Ellis." "What? Why me?" Kelly Emmett was shocked. "Luna's strength and experience level are so much higher than mine. I'll just end up embarrassing myself and the Union."
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.